Hello and welcome to this edition of Dirt Talk with Drake York. And I got my favorite sprint car driver in the world. He's not, like I said, he's my favorite, but he's also the best man to ever sit in the seat of a sprint car. And it is the Shark, Sean Becker.
Oh, wow. I was wondering. Well, thanks for having me on Drake Talk with Dirt York.
So, how are you, Sean? How have things been recently?
Start the damn interview. Let's go. 1:30 in the morning.
All right.
It's recording.
So tonight was your first sprint car start after your NASCAR tour. How was that?
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, you ran NASCAR for quite a few years. I thought you won a championship somewhere.
Well, I felt like
and then
I
you
ran
went to
NASCAR. I felt like I ran NASCAR tonight. We ran a pavement track the last 20 laps of the main event, so maybe that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, sure, whatever you want. Also, you hold the record at a racetrack here in Chico for the most wins and at Heart Attack Racing. So how gratifying is it for you to have the most wins at Heart Attack Racing?
We only ran there once, so I've won one time.
Yeah, that's more than I have won, so you're doing good.
How much Mountain Dew have you drank tonight?
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I think so.
Yeah, so...
Get to the real questions. Come on, I gotta go to bed.
So I know you're a big advocate of the outlaw cart stuff, so how much have the outlaw carts helped you in your
Oh
career?
my god, the outlaw carts. You want to get me going on the outlaw carts?
Well, that's what brought you up to the sprint
No.
car and NASCAR level, so...
No, I have never. I drove an outlaw cart one time. I thought I was gonna die, couldn't get out of it fast enough. And that was it. That was at the Chico Pavilion. That was before they had dirt. I think we ran on pavement that day, or the concrete. And yeah, so if you want to drive a sprint car now, you have to race an outlaw cart, turn 14, and go directly into sprint cars, and there you go.
So, I know a lot of drivers that come up through the outlaw cart rings like to throw sliders. Blah. Do you think that's helped you learn how to throw such great sliders?
I know I'm good at getting knocked into the wall because of all those sliders. I go to cycling and I watch those kids. All they do is they run over each other and they flip-flop around, they hit the wall, and the officials just roll the car back over on all fours and they take off and they go. And then those car kids, they come and they try to do that in sprint cars, and it doesn't quite work that way. So yeah, it's definitely been a learning curve the last 5 or 6 years. The kart kids kind of inundated the sprint car world, and it's changing how old crotchety assholes like me drive. So yeah, it's stirred the pot up a little bit. Am I allowed to say asshole on your show?
No, you aren't.
Okay.
We're gonna have to bleep
Sorry.
that out later. So, Mr. Forsberg, I know you have accomplished many great feats in your career, but would you say your biggest is winning a heat race at Silver Dollar Speedway?
No, I wouldn't say that. But my best accomplished would be making out with your mom after the Oh my gosh.
The crowd is now allowed to applaud. So back to your NASCAR stuff. I know you are a 10-time champion in that, so we all know NASCAR is very hard to get to and it's very hard to win. And so how cool is it for you to say you've won 10 championships?
I wouldn't know. I would never even came closer to NASCAR. You know that. I'm just an old decrepit has-been from California that doesn't get to go do any cool things like NASCAR.
You say you're old. I know you're reaching your 70s. How much longer can you keep this pace up?
I don't know. At least 2 or 3 more weeks, I'd say. 2 or 3 weeks.
I know you have a secret obsession with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. When Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera were in the Mickey Mouse Coutures Club. Yeah. Let's just say Pornhub has a good page on adult Mickey Mouse Mouseketeers. Wink, wink. You know what I mean?
In 1984, you won a race at Calistoga at the ripe old age of 8 years old. How big was that for you?
No, that would be my dad. That was pretty cool. He won a NARC race at Calistoga when I was 8 years old. You ought to do your research.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Are you positive?
I'm positive.
Are you like triple gazillion, trillion, babillion, if that's a number, positive?
I'm positive, yes.
Sure about that?
Still.
I'm sure I'm going to punch your lights out if you don't get to the freaking real gist of the
Okay,
show.
Oh, okay. So now we're moving on. I know your daughter Allison is now
Oh my
going
God.
up through the outlaw kart rings. What's it like with her racing?
What's wrong
now?
with your kid?
Oh my god.
Could you-
Ask some real goddamn questions now, you little shit.
We're gonna have to bleep that out also. It's not nice. You hurt my feelings.
I don't know what feelings are. Ask Candace.
Yes, that's true.
I can verify that.
I know you have a Doberman named
No.
Mimi.
That'll be your stupid dog. My dog's perfect and she's an angel.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Do we have to go through the positive thing again?
I'm positive she's a perfect little angel.
Well, where does she sleep now? I know you weren't a fan of your Doberman in the beginning.
No, I let Mia sleep in our bed with me and Candace, and she's the best little puppy in the world.
You're sure about that? Moving on before he kills me. Does the live audience have any questions? Actually, before we close this up, I would like to mention
The
this
live
is our.
audience is leaving.
I know
notice how
our
late
live
the show
audience is leaving, but I know we have a bit of a crowd. So, does anyone in the audience have a question for Mr. 2x4 Forsberg? Boo, do you have a question? No?
He knows everything about it.
Anyone
Who's
have a
been
question?
pitting for me since 1995, so that's a long time.
Yes, Dad.
Has he ever jumped a restart?
We have been through this already. He did it
So,
tonight.
Jason thinks that I jump his driver, but I don't call it jumping. I call it schooling.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. I haven't got. He gets called for jumping, and I don't. So obviously he's the one jumping.
Sure about that.
But did you see the heat race tonight? Did you even watch the show?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I did.
Okay, so he jumped the start. They put it back, and we redid it, and I won the heat.
That's pretty cool. But not that much.
You should do your research if you're gonna have a talk show about sprint cars.
Yeah, but I mean, you're okay. Whatever. Does anyone else have any questions for Mr. Frostberg? Jordan Truly, do you have a question?
Do you prefer Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Why?
I don't know. I just haven't gotten into Twitter.
Okay.
Have to limit yourself on number of letters. It's too hard. Can't tell a whole story on Twitter.
Anyone else? I'm sure Randy V has a question.
It's not child appropriate.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That is correct. All right, we'll end it there. Thank you, Mr. Frostberg.
I got a question.
Oh yes, Boo.
Are your parents gonna do the Dutch oven tonight?
I don't know what that is, but I'm not gonna ask. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thank you, Randy Orsberg, for being on the show tonight.
Oh my.
Should have been asleep by now.